Yeah.
This is Geek Therapy Radio.
What are we waiting for?
And now your mental curator, Johnny Hamburger.
Welcome one, welcome all to this edition of Geek Therapy Radio. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all are leaning into your geek thing, embracing your geek thing, whatever your geek thing is. If you make things, create things, have a favorite pastime, productive pastime, or even something that just kind of stimulates your mind or relieves your anxiety, I hope you embrace your geek thing. Cars, airplanes, video games, painting, music, whatever it is. Embrace your geek thing and subscribe to Geek Therapy Radio podcast if you haven't already. And if you are just listening to the broadcast of this, subscribe to the Geek Therapy Radio YouTube channel. I'm less than 30 subscribers away from the 1,000 subscriber milestone. And at 1,000 subscribers, the 1,000th subscriber will get, it's nothing much. It's $100 cash from me and a piece of my 1983 DeLorean. It's kind of funny and silly. I know. I'm not giving you a wheel or the engine or anything like that. It's just something kind of silly. Just a piece of my original 1983 DeLorean. So let's get into the topic du jour of this first segment. And this happened very recently. I'm going to comment on Elon Musk and Tesla and Autopilot. And, almost that it seems these days that Tesla and Elon Musk seem to be bordering on criminal negligence at some points. I'm not saying that Elon Musk doesn't know what he's doing, but I think maybe just like any of us, he gets caught up in the heat of a moment. He may not really think about what he's saying or the implications about what he's saying, and it can lead him into some hot water. As a lot of people listening to this right now know, Tesla and Elon Musk are in some hot water over some pretty high-profile Tesla crashes that have wound up killing the drivers when the drivers engage, quote unquote, autopilot mode. I have argued on this show several times that I think calling it autopilot mode is in itself almost criminal negligence. It makes stupid people think that putting the car into autopilot mode means that they can take their eyes off the road, they can take their hands off the wheel, they can take their feet off the pedals. It gives them this sense in calling it autopilot that they don't have to interact with the vehicle at all when the vehicle is in autopilot mode, when really what it is glorified cruise control. You can call it autonomous driving. We are not yet there at autonomous driving. So calling it autopilot, calling this driver assistance cruise control autopilot is misleading, and it does lead to human death and human tragedy. So the other day, while these cases are going on, while Tesla is being sued for just that, criminal negligence in these cases, where autopilot has steered, a Tesla Model X off the top of my head right into a road divider at an exit. While Tesla's dealing with all this, Elon Musk tweets out that, quote, turns out there's more ways to use autopilot than we imagined, unquote. And he tweeted this in response to a porn star who tagged him in a tweet of a video of her and some dude having sex in a Tesla while it's on autopilot mode. So for him to reply out publicly, turns out there's more ways to use autopilot than we imagined, unquote. That is super, super sketchy. And I know that Musk is just trying to be cute with this, but here's what's going to happen. Because people are so dumb in this regard. If somebody who died in a Tesla while reading a newspaper, putting it in autopilot while their Tesla slides under a semi-truck, if someone's dumb enough to do that, humans have a pretty darn high sex drive. We have more of a drive to have sex, pun intended, in a Tesla than we do to read a newspaper or conduct any actual business. What do you think someone's going to want to do more in an autopilot car? Quote-unquote autopilot car. Have sex or read a newspaper. People want to have sex more than want to read a newspaper. So there's going to be copycats here trying to copycat this incident of people having sex in a Tesla while the Tesla is in autopilot mode, and more people are going to get killed. And I know you may be thinking, Johnny, you're being way too harsh on this. You're being too doomsday on this. People aren't actually going to riddle me this. People are too they can't handle signaling a lane change. Look around you the next time you drive. Maybe you're listening to this while you're driving. Maybe you are this driver who's either too stupid or too lazy to signal a lane change. You think people, at least a certain percentage of the motorist population, is smart enough not to have sex in a car? Do you think a certain a segment of the population of motorists is smart enough to work that little lever on the left side of the steering wheel to let other people know what they're doing and participate in the safety of it all? Nope. If someone can get their rocks off and the car can facilitate that, or they think the car can facilitate that pursuit, they will do it. So, again, I'm not accusing Elon Musk of being not militantly, but being complacent in criminal activity. Because yes, having sex in a car is criminal activity. Taking your attention off the road in any vehicle while you are operating the vehicle, you are in command of the vehicle, is criminal. So I'm not saying that Elon Musk is facilitating this or that he's encouraging this even. Because the tweet wasn't even, really, if you break it down, it's not encouraging. He says, quote, "Turns out there's more ways to use autopilot than we imagined," unquote. That's not him necessarily encouraging people to have sex in a car or take attention off the road. But at the same time, it kinda is. Back to the argument of people being stupid and making stupid decisions. They'll see this, they'll see, the CEO of Tesla approves of this, and they will try it for themselves. And the next thing we'll hear in the news is, lo and behold, another Tesla owner kills themselves by relying on autopilot or being misled to rely on autopilot. Personally, I think the personal responsibility in these cases have no water, because it's up to the driver to assume all responsibility and risk of driving. That's my opinion on the matter. If I was Tesla, I would say, get bent. It's up to the driver to operate the vehicle safely, but whatever, I digress. I am curious to know what your opinion on the matter is, though. That being said, more Geek Therapy Radio coming up. Don't go anywhere.